Welcome to our episode of Super Reaction Bros. I'm Krista.
I'm Christopher.
And on today's episode, we're taking a look at the death battle of Batman versus Iron Man, DC versus Marvel battle.
So exciting.
Of the billionaires. So,
and I know it's a little bit too late, but happy Batman Day.
So, anyways, so Batman, eccentric billionaire who dresses as a bat to deliver vigilante justice to folks of Gotham City, and Iron Man. What did Steve describe him as in the first Avengers film? It was a really good line. But anyways, guy who decides instead to parade around saying, I'm a billionaire, now I'm a superhero. Look at me go.
Yeah, as we can tell, this is the season premiere for Death Battle, and this is what they're starting up with a battle of the billionaires. Now, is this their first time going at it with Batman versus Iron Man in the Death Battle? Or they?
Yes. Batman's been in a few.
I know that much. I'm saying between these two, because I know I've seen some where they've done repeat battles.
Batman, I think, is like 1-1 in death battles. Like, he lost to Captain America. Oh no, he won against Captain America, but lost to Spider-Man. Mm-hmm. So yeah, that's all I got.
Yeah.
I think this is Iron Man's first one. I'm not sure.
I'm not sure either. But honestly, who do you think may win in this? This to start off right now.
Iron Man.
Iron Man.
So come.
So you Iron Man, of course. I have to go Batman myself. But let's just dive into this and see what they thought, what they were able to pull together to see who would win in this death battle between Batman versus Iron Man, DC versus Marvel. Whew. So here we go, and let's get this fight going.
Batman, DC's vengeful crusader of the night. Iron Man, Marvel's genius billionaire playboy philanthropist.
There it is.
These two mortal men have used their intellect and determination to take their place alongside gods. And being filthy, stinking rich sure doesn't hurt either. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick. And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle. That's right, he's back. In case you're one of the many psycho supervillains stalking the streets of Gotham City, I would make peace with whatever god you pray to, because they won't save you from the goddamn Batman. But before he dressed like a giant rodent and employed little boys in booty shorts as meat shields, he was Bruce Wayne, scion of the multi-billion-dollar company, Wayne Enterprises. Until Mommy and Daddy got 360 no-scope, leaving Bruce with a void inside that could only be filled by the never-ending quest for justice and vengeance. That night, Bruce Wayne died, and the Batman was born. He would devote his life to perfecting his body and mind to become more than human. He would transcend his own mortality into legend, a nightmare to haunt evildoers till the end of time. Jesus Christ! I feel like Zoloft and therapy would work too, but okay, whatever works. Batman's resume is absurd. He's mastered 127 martial arts, trained in stealth and assassination, and is a super genius with a photographic memory. He's the world's greatest detective, bar none. Like how the League of Shadows needs to keep erasing Batman's memories because he keeps finding their secret bases. Or the time he found a dead body with no entry or exit wound and a 40-year-old bullet nearby, and somehow determined it must have been fired backwards in time. Despite being a master marksman, artist, forensic scientist,
yes, I'm Batman,
and ninja, one of Batman's assets stands above them all. His Bat Stacks! Bats has poured his billions into tactical armor and gadgets for every conceivable situation. If there's one word to describe Batman, it's prepared. Made of reinforced Kevlar and titanium, his batsuit can resist knife and gunfire, and even protected him from this massive explosion. Judging by the size of the detonation, Batman's distance from the epicenter, and the surface area of his body, he must have withstood a blast of nearly 60 tons of TNT. His cowl comes with night vision, infrared, and a radio, while his utility belt is chock full of smoke bombs, nerve toxins, a grappling hook, and batarangs, which he can control mid-air and set to explode.
That shows how each little thing is
Batman to wage his one-man war on crime. But once he got over his angsty loner phase, he helped found the Justice League of America in order to bring his personal brand of Bat Justice to the entire world. And Batman's knack for schemes and preparation skyrocketed the match, turning him into the Bat God we all know and mean.
Like the time he developed a backup personality that would ensure he functions as Batman in case of a psychological attack that drove him mad. A backup human operating system. Like a computer, but it's his brain.
He even has plans tailored to his teammates' weaknesses should they ever go rogue. He's developed contingencies for everything, which is why Bat comes prepared with extra suits for any occasion.
Like his Nightfall exosuit to battle Bane, or the Justice Buster, which he obviously designed to combat the Justice League. He even got a final Batsuit from his sixth-dimensional self that can rewrite your mind.
But my favorite is his stylish zebra suit, which he wore after getting weird Magneto powers. They just made his suit look like this for some reason. There's also the Rainbow Batman suit, the Suit of Sorrows, and of course, the Bat Nipples. Chicks dig the Bat Nipples. All paid for with a Bat credit card. Never leave the cave without it.
But perhaps his greatest suit of armor, the one designed to put him on the same level of insane mind-bending power as his league teammates, is the Hellbat.
AKA the single coolest looking thing ever invented.
Forged by Superman in the heart of the sun, each member of the Justice League contributed to this monstrous mech's abilities.
And boy does it show, the Hellbat is absolutely hardcore.
Made of nanokinetic mesh, it can shapeshift around Batman's body and operates via
like
telepathic
Iron Man
link.
suit.
It can fly, turn invisible, and fire a bat-shaped chest
like
laser.
Iron Man suit.
And by diverting all the suit's power into his
Pretty much
fist,
Iron Man
he can
suit,
use the
but-
Devastator, a punch powered by Wonder Woman's strength. And she's strong enough to yank the friggin' Earth around. Though it does have a 95% chance of giving old bats a...
I don't know why. That was fucking great. That was fucking amazing.
It's that level of insane pride that pushed him to use the Hellbat in his one-man invasion of Apocalypse in order to bring his son back to life.
You know, Apocalypse, home to the god of evil himself, Darkseid. Batman stared down the final boss of DC Comics and actually kicked his ass.
This is incredible, considering Darkseid is a being strong enough to destroy entire universes, and fast enough to fly to the edge of the universe in seconds. Since the DC universe is significantly larger than our own, that would be over 600 quintillion times the speed of light.
That same Darkseid avatar even took a Shoryuken from Alan Scott, who was amped up from the energy of the multiverse. And Bats cleaned his clock just as hard.
But this incalculable strength is drawn from Batman's own life force, specifically his metabolism. Should any fight with the Hellbat go on too long, Batman may succumb to its hunger before finishing the fight himself. Or absorb someone else's biomass for fuel. That works too.
So basically, you'd have to be completely batshit insane to pilot this thing. And Bats, yeah, sorry to break it to you, but the grown man that wears his underwear on the outside isn't all there.
In keeping with being a perfectionist, though, he's completely aware of this. That's why he does not kill. Because if he did, he understands that he can't trust himself to know when to stop.
Batman has outsmarted the nigh-omniscient Metron, defeated his dark counterpart, the Batman Who Laughs, and humiliated Superman in a one-on-one fight. No, wait, that one's not canon.
That was
one
it.
he technically had help. Yeah, that one.
Although
that's
many of
it.
his greatest accomplishments have been aided by his exceptional prep work and foreknowledge, he's no stranger to being put on the spot, even in the face of Armageddon. Who else would kick the Spectre, the Angel of Wrath, God's divine judgment, in the face, and then tell him to get the hell out of his city?
I'll tell you who. The goddamn motherfucking na-na-na-na-na Batman.
My parademons arrive soon.
Think I haven't planned for this?
You would be forgiven for doubting the destiny of genius, billionaire, playboy, philanthropist, Tony Stark.
Yeah, because you can add massive prick to that list, too.
Tony's parents died when he was still young, leaving the mind-bogglingly brilliant prodigy to inherit a multi-billion-dollar tech company.
With mommy and daddy's purse strings, Tony decided to live it up and down in booze and the ladies.
Which was problematic considering he made his fortune as a part of a military-industrial complex, selling devastating high-tech arms to the highest bidder.
And Tony got to see his handiwork firsthand when it literally blew up in his face.
Tony never had much of a heart to begin with, but after that, he literally had even less. Unlike so many men of weaker spirit, though, Tony refused to give up. He was made of tougher stuff. He was made of iron.
So he built himself a robot suit to bust the hell out of there. And when he got back to the good old US of A, he devoted his life to protecting the world from the kinds of weapons he helped make by making an even better robot suit and becoming a superhero.
I am Iron Man.
Building new suits of armor wasn't just a hobby for Tony,
series.
but an obsession. Over the course of his long career as a founding member of the Avengers, he has constructed dozens of different models, which he can call to him at once like a literal one-man army.
Most of his armors come with the same basic toolkit: super strength, massively hypersonic flight, and repulsor blast.
Repulsors are extremely dense beams of muons, unstable subatomic particles similar to electrons. They're actually really interesting. They're classified as leptons, which don't have any known substrate.
Very Captain out. Very Cap out.
It's a laser.
It's a laser.
Out of it.
It's basically it.
His armors also come with onboard AI, like Friday, which can hack into enemy technology, command his other suits to fight remotely, and operate down to the picosecond. That's 1/1,000,000th of a second.
Even outdated armors are strong enough to blow up a chunk of rock as big as Manhattan. By taking a look at its speed, Tony's armor would have had to be hidden with an energy of nearly 300 teratons of TNT. That's 3 times stronger than the asteroid that wiped out the dinosaurs.
Years spent defending the Earth has conditioned Tony to be prepared for any threat imaginable, and he has an armor for almost any occasion.
He's got an armor to bust Hulks, an armor to bust Thors, an armor that can turn intangible, a super tiny armor that can mess with your insides, and an armor made of white sticky alien goo. Definitely not legal in all 50 states.
Gross. In order to remain as flexible as possible, though, his standard go-to is the Model Prime. It has all the classic Iron Man staples and has even incorporated size changing for extra strength, an invisible stealth mode,
and a badass lightning samurai sword. Say what you want about the bug son of a bitch, but he's definitely got style. And crippling alcoholism. But look who's talking.
It was more than likely that same devil-may-care attitude that led to Tony revealing his secret identity to the world, which I guess had no consequences.
Look, Wiz, when you build a space laser strong enough to wipe out alien fleets in one shot, I don't think the Mandarin is going to interrupt your shawarma lunch date.
That space laser is a Dyson sphere, a speculative superstructure that is meant to encircle an entire star and harness its energy. Something only possible by a theoretical Type 2 civilization on the Kardashev scale.
It's basically when you're galaxy-brained enough to draw power from the entire solar system.
I know it's comics, but the fact that Tony just has one of these lying around is insane. Known as Soul's Hammer, Tony's incomplete sphere is strong enough to destroy a planet at only a 2% charge.
Didn't you work on one of those? I remember you talking about how it'd solve your student loan problems once and for all.
On behalf of the families of several planets that no longer exist, I'm not legally at liberty to discuss that.
Years of protecting the world from aliens, gods, and even his friends. All of that stuff wore Tony down and turned him into the one thing he promised himself he would never become. A narc.
Siding with the U.S. government's enforcement of the Superhuman Registration Act led to a literal civil war between superheroes. It wouldn't be his last.
Though it did prove he could hang with the best of them. He's beaten Captain America in hand-to-hand combat, survived blows from Thor, and even took down the Worldbreaker Hulk.
He even matched Magneto. Magneto, the guy that controls metal, the thing that surrounds Tony's entire body, by amplifying his power with Jupiter's magnetic field.
And then Max punched him with the power of the sun, and it was like, no big deal. There really doesn't seem to be a limit to how insane Tony's tech
I love how
gets.
this says
In the
Winter
movies,
Iron
this
Man.
is the same guy that figured out time travel just sitting around one evening. In the time it takes me to down a beer, Tony's already shattered the laws of physics. Yeah, sure. Go to the Middle Ages and play
That's why I love that
Dr.
line. He's like,
Doom.
how'd you learn so fast about astrodynamics?
Greatest
I
invention
read
of all,
about it
however, was
yesterday.
an entire virtual universe where the only limit is his imagination.
And because Tony's nothing if not predictable, he made an armor out of it. That's right, he made an armor out of a universe.
This virtual armor is composed of solid holograms that can form any weapon Tony can think of. But even it likely cannot compare to the armor Tony created inside the Escape, the Godbuster.
It's literally Iron Man going Super Saiyan. The Godbuster was so powerful it destroyed the entire Escape in a single blast, along with the AI controlling all of it.
An earlier iteration of the Godbuster was able to stand up to Celestials, cosmic gods that can warp reality, like Galactus, Odin, and Franklin, who can threaten the multiverse with their power.
So it lives up to the friggin' name in case you were wondering. But it isn't that kind of power that makes Tony special. After a life spent wallowing in vice and pleasure, Tony rebuilt himself into a man he could be proud of. Someone who could sacrifice everything to save the world.
I suppose underneath it all, that man of iron had a heart of gold.
You want my property? You can't have it. But I did you a big favor. I have successfully privatized world peace.
It's interesting is that you have the world.
All right, the combatants are set, and we've run the data through all possibilities.
But first, if you want the same level of confidence as these two billionaires, check out Blue Chew.
Yeah, no, what I like is that it's like you got the world's greatest detective going against
That's why
kind of like the
Blue
world's
Chew
greatest
delivers the
scientist
same
in a way
active ingredients as
on the
Viagra and
planet.
Cialis.
That's what it is. So it's like it's a matter of like who do you think is going to win overall in
You
the
can take them
battle?
at any
Right?
time,
It is.
day or night, so you can plan ahead or be ready whenever.
The process is easy. Just sign up at BlueChew.com, consult with one of their licensed medical providers, and once you're approved,
I'm
you'll
still
receive your
sticking with
prescription
Batman
within days.
myself.
And the best part is,
Yeah, it
it's
could
all
be Batman based on his
That
intellect
means no visits to the
alone.
doctor's office.
Yeah, that's why I said it's like you're sitting there looking at the
No more
world's greatest
waiting in line at the
detective versus
pharmacy.
the
Blue Chew
world's
tablets
greatest
are also made in the
scientist.
USA,
Scientist,
prepared
yeah.
and shipped directly to your door in a discreet package.
So if you could benefit from extra confidence
Love
when
how
it's
you
time to
really
perform,
built it
Blue
on my
Chew can help.
album.
And we've got a special offer for our viewers. Try Blue Chew.
Well, as you can see here, I'm
Use
just
our promo
creating
code
armor
BATTLE
of the
at checkout.
atmosphere of
Pay
this
$5
planet.
shipping.
That's BlueChew.com, promo code BATTLE to receive your first month free.
Visit BlueChew.com for more details and important safety information.
You know they have
Thank you for sponsoring
Ironheart,
the show.
the
But
one
right
his
now,
protege,
it's time for
his
a
future
death
protege in the
battle!
Black Panther.
So I already know that. Here we go. Oh, the watchtower.
At least you know Batman's a fan of Jacob.
Hey, Bats! Now, I can respect a man with a healthy sense of paranoia and billions to spare, but Steve and Nat are really up my ass about this. Take the watchtower offline now.
Bruce, you don't want this fight, Tony. It'll be the biggest mistake of your life. Clark, do you read me? The watchtower is being attacked.
Seriously, Bats? I figured out hacking in the 2nd grade. How do you think I got in here? Besides,
So they're fighting because the other been getting on his ass about dealing with Batman.
really, Bruce? This sticks? I thought we were grown-ups here.
Ready when you are.
Ready when you are. Yeah, the hell bat.
Just automatically goes to it?
I need full
I don't know. I don't think Batman will automatically.
coordinates. I'll try to.
Oh. Oh. Because he needs a suit that's like up to par.
I'll explain later, but
No, it's because he needs to go up to par with this. Because like you said, the hell bat is pretty much Iron Man.
I am Batman. And I am Iron Man.
Oh, the other
I've got a
suit.
suit for everything, Bats, including busting wannabe gods like you.
I like the music.
I know, man.
Bust this.
What's this? Ooh, beam battle!
That only lasted like 2 seconds.
Oh, it's in the shape of.
Oh, fuck off.
Oh, I know he's gonna put on. Yeah. Like when they were bringing up with the
Had to
uniform.
divert some power to hacking that suit. Like I said, 2nd grade. Friday, fire the hammer!
Okay, just gonna use it.
Holy shit!
No more armors, Tony. Just you and me.
to genius billionaire playboy. Maybe just one more.
Oh,
Model
shit.
58, the nano armor. Snuck it into your body, back on the watchtower. Friday, initiate self-destruct.
Oh my god, are you fucking kidding me? Really?
And the winner. And now he's 1-2.
I could really use a drink.
I call bullshit on that, man.
Let's let him explain.
I call
Let's
bullshit.
let him explain.
I don't care.
Oh, come on!
I call bullshit.
Butt naked, Batman would have beat the shit out of him.
Yes,
Batman
thank
is a
you.
character defined by his tenacity, preparedness, and utter genius. So is Tony Stark. So neither could rely on that skill set alone to pull them through.
And it shouldn't come as a surprise. Batman's standard Batsuit couldn't quite hold up to the firepower of even the most basic Iron Man armors. The Batsuit is surprisingly tough, sure, but it isn't taking hits from a dude that can punch apart Manhattan. And despite Bats having a ton of nifty gadgets, Iron Man's armors were way more varied and powerful. With so many unique and often alien abilities, there was no way Bats could predict all of them.
With time, he could certainly figure out a plan of attack, but since Tony is just as much a genius schemer as Batman, he could do the same.
There are lots of cases where he would have won, especially with his ace in the hole, the Hellbat.
The Hellbat's raw power and speed absolutely dwarfed the majority of Iron Man's arsenal, and could have killed him immediately were it not for Tony's own trump cards.
Like the Godbuster, which was definitely strong enough to contend with it. The Hellbat could take on Darkseid, but a weaker version of the Godbuster could hold its own against Celestials.
Darkseid was a being capable of threatening the multiverse with his power and moving many times faster than light, but the Celestials were capable of the same.
With an armor that strong, Tony could buy himself enough time to break out
I do
all his
love
other
the
tricks.
Batman
like
shape
sneaking
in
nano armors
the
into
wall.
Batman's body, phasing through him with ghost tech, draining the Hellbat's power, or just hacking his suit and shutting it off.
And with an army of armors at his beck and call, Tony could certainly hold Batman off long enough to employ those strategies. Hell, since he can control them remotely, he technically didn't even need to be there and put himself in harm's way.
And
That was
remember,
fun
the
part.
Hellbat used Batman's own life force as a battery. He needed to end the fight quick or else his own armor would kill him first. With Tony throwing an army at him, he didn't have a good way of doing that. Tony just had way too much shit to throw at Batman, while Batman didn't have the time or options he needed to keep up.
Batman may have been a god among men, but Iron Man's wealth of gadgets, insanely powerful tech, and greater mechanical experience allowed him to crush the Caped Crusader.
You might think it's an injustice that Batman's gonna need avenging, but Iron Man was in a whole nother league.
The winner is Iron Man.
Bullshit.
We'll talk about it after this. We'll see what happens.
If you're looking for something else to watch, we
like
just
the song.
released a great
The
new
music
show
was
cool. Yeah, the
called
music was
Laugh Laugh
cool,
on
but
Rooster
I
Teeth.
call bullshit
It's all about
stuff.
people trying to make each other laugh and everybody trying not to. Check it out by clicking the box below me. Thanks.
Ooh, Goku Black versus Reverse Flash. What?
Whoa, this is a
So it's evil version of a good guy versus
evil versus
version
evil.
of a...
This evil versus evil in a way. That's all it is.
That's an interesting one. I wonder how far they're gonna go, if they're gonna...
Remember
Okay.
how far they went with that one.
Okay, let me hear it. Look, I was only going for Iron Man because I just went, okay, he went for one side, let me go for the other to make things
I
fair.
still call you bullshit on that. You should go with what you think, not just, oh, I'm going because
Well,
he's going with that.
the other reason is I chose Iron Man is because of his tech. That's why. I know Batman is a genius, but you can't plan for everything is how I looked at it. So that's why in the long run I went with Iron Man.
I went with Batman only because pretty much it's a type of situation where it's like he's always, even if it's a new thing that's coming up his way, he's always 5 steps ahead, or at least a few steps ahead. Even if it's something brand new, there's something that he always has back up just in case something like that happens. I mean, even when you're watching this, he knows who Tony is and stuff like that, so you would suspect that in this fight that somehow...
Okay, the reason for them fighting was odd.
But it's the type of thing where it's like, even if you know Tony exists, because the way he's like, they both are aware of each other, you think that it's like he has things planned in case like this something happens. And I call bullshit on that, only because if that was the case, he would, like you said, even when he formed the Justice League, what did he do? He had backup plans just in case the Justice League turned on him, or one of them at least turned on him, so you had that backup. Here, it's like, if you have these characters knowing their existence from one another, then you think that you would have some type of backup plan against Tony Stark. And what he can do, what his capabilities are.
That's why I said the build up to this was kind of weird.
And that's why
the reasoning for them.
The reasoning is really not only is reasoning stupid, but it's like if you have them already aware of each other, of who they are, especially when it's like knowing each other, it's like I call bullshit because it's like then Bruce would have had some type of plan just in case he decided to attack or something would have gone awry. Because at this point. They're making it seem like as if he was never prepared.
To be fair, I have never heard of this armor until today.
No, I've heard of
Batman's armor until today.
No, I've heard of, you know me, I know I've heard of
pretty dope. To be fair, it's a pretty dope.
But that's why I call bullshit, because it's like, if they are aware of each other, I'm pretty sure Batman would have had something in line or planned just in case something like this would have happened or would have slipped up on him. Here, they're making it as if pretty much, he's unaware of what his capabilities are. And it's like, I call bullshit on that. Because Batman pretty much is usually always prepared on any kind of type of situation. Not all the time, but when he's aware of it, like they made here, as if they are aware of each other's existence. That's the thing. That's what bothers me the most. Is like he was aware of who he is, where he's like he knew who Tony was.
With that being said, I got some fun facts out of this. Like I didn't know Tony literally built an armor out of a universe. Mm-hmm. I didn't know Batman had that suit made by the Justice League themselves, which is pretty fucking dope. Mm-hmm. Fucking Dying Star, fucking Mjolnir is like.
And I understand why he went straight to the bats.
No. I'm sorry. The one thing you have to find absurd, is a backup life memory in the back of his head, just in case the current memory goes blue screen of death.
Yeah.
Come on.
Is that absurd? That's
why you get. Look, the Justice League built armor where Darkseid.
That's where the multicolored Batman suit pretty much. That's all where that comes out of is because of that.
Because come on, we see him using armor to kick Darkseid's ass, and that's the one thing I find the most absurd. Now you just.
And I know for you, you're like, oh wow, he's already jumping into the.
No, I have nothing. No, I have nothing. Like I said, I have nothing against the FL. So I'm just going for the interesting.
No,
facts.
I know that, but I'm just saying that I understand why he. That's why I was like, when you at the time when you were like, oh wait, he's already jumping straight to the suit. I'm like, he has to only because that's Iron Man level type of suit.
I'm fine with that after they explained it after. That's nothing there. I'm pissed off about it anymore.
Like, that's the only reason I'm pissed off at it is because it's a situation where the reason why they're fighting, but it's just like they're aware of one another, where it's like they know each other's existence. You think that Tony would do something. I mean, not Tony, but Bruce himself pretty much would have some type of backup plan because of knowing the existence of Tony and what he can do.
So for Goku Black versus Reverse Flash, I don't know. I'm still right now. I'm leaning towards Goku Black.
When was the last time we had like a DBZ fighter into a death battle? I forgot.
It has been a while.
It's been a very long while.
Like because primarily when they go Dragon Ball fight, they usually just go with Goku and then some other guy.
Yeah, they're going Goku Black against Goku Black overall against.
Wait, stop. He's not black. So other than that, if you're new to the channel, you can hit the like button. If you want to talk to us more about stuff like this, comment down below. If you want to share us around, share it around. And if you like us just a little bit more than anybody else when it comes to talking about death battles, hit the subscribe button down below and hit the bell icon as well.
What did you think of this death battle? Do you think that Batman should have won? And what were your reasonings behind it? Do you agree with what I had said pretty much behind the reasonings? Or is there any other specific reasonings behind why you think Batman should have won? This is definitely a big controversial, for me personally, controversial season opener for Death Battle. And I know a lot of people are going to probably be bouncing back and forth on why Batman should have won. And I've already stated my reasonings. Do you have any other reasonings maybe I may not have brought up or bring into this that kind of like should have swung the other way around for Batman to win this? I mean, let us know in the comments down below. Put down what you thought of our reaction overall. But most importantly, we thank you for watching.
So until next time, I'm Kristen.
I'm Christopher.
And this has been a very billionaires-filled episode of SRB.
See ya.
Later.
Hey guys, thanks for watching.
If you want to check out any of our previous reactions,
As well as one of our other SRB shows.
check out one of the playlists down below.
And if you want to check us out in the social universe,
You can find us on Twitter and Stardust,
at Super React Bros.
as well as on Facebook.
At Super Reaction Bros.